Oh yeah. Oh man, it just feels so good. Come out here, watch my bass swim around the structure I put in the water, and then film a video for y'all of a lure. We have a worm today that I almost guarantee you have not seen. Why? Because this will only be the third video on YouTube of this item. That's right. But first, let's make sure you guys check out Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We're always doing giveaways. We did a YouTube, a Facebook, and an Instagram giveaway all in the last like 6 weeks. So, there's probably a really good chance I give away at least one of these packages of worms. Seeing as to how they are so brand new, maybe y'all want to make sure you're subscribed right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe right here on Shield Outdoors. We are over 5,000 subscribers now, and it feels amazing, but we need to keep it going. We're going into hunting season, but I'm still trying to do some fishing videos because a lot of you have said that you want to see fishing videos throughout the winter, so we're going to try to keep up with the demand. Now, let's get into this. All right, so Sixth Sense. You know you're legit when you have your own tape. They got their own tape for the boxes. When I see that tape come in the mail, I'm foaming at the mouth. All right, I got a whole lot of stuff. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff, but that's not what we're gonna talk about today. I got hard lures, I got dry bags, I got sunglasses, but we're not talking about none of that. We ain't got time for that stuff today. That'll be tomorrow. Today, we're gonna talk about some of these big bags of worms. Look how big these are. This is not the normal Sixth Sense bag. These are some big ones. Now you may have seen a picture of this on Instagram. I believe there's only 2 videos prior to this one about this item. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 colors. I will be fishing with these tomorrow and hopefully we get some nice footage. But this is the Sixth Sense RIDGEWORM. They've been hyping them up for about maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And they are essentially a small body worm with a super long flat tail. This is a 10-inch worm. This is a big one, boy. This is a 10-inch worm with only about maybe a 3-inch body, and the body's not even round, it's almost flat with these ridges going down it, like segmented off. The front is a little bit skinnier than the middle and the rear of the body, and then you have this long, flat, maybe 7-inch flat tail with a little ridge down the middle. So this is the new item. Now, I plan to fish this tomorrow in about, I don't know, I'll probably Texas rig it. I will probably drop shot it, just because I love drop shotting. I will probably shaky head a little bit. How about I stop daydreaming about what I can do with it and let's look at the colors that I have. So this first color is Plum Fleck, F-L-E-C-K. Now, when you hold it up to the sun, the tail is like a pinkish purple. The body is a little bit darker, obviously, not as much light gonna get through that nice, thick, durable body. But it's a very typical plum color, purplish pink, and it has a blue flake to it. I think that is all there is to this. Very simple, very classic plum color. But then, I also have Plum Bug. Plum Bug is a little bit of a lighter pink, and it's a little bit more translucent. Like this body, I can see right through that body. Again, a pinkish, maybe less purple, more pink, a lot more see-through, a lot more light collecting in this bad boy. And there's 2 colors of glitter in this one. We got green glitter and a blue glitter. Same thing though, just a long worm. Now I know a lot of you guys coming off the summer heat, a lot of you guys are big into the big worms. In fact, I even have some of their brand new giant shaky heads. Let's look at these. I think these are considered a 9.5-inch worm. Look at this bad boy. So we got these 9.5-inch shaky heads. I'll have to get you guys a close-up This sucker has ridges down it that are just insane. So, I know a lot of you guys are loving these giant worms. Sixth Sense is trying to fill that void in their inventory where they didn't have giant worms. Well, now they do. So back to these two. So plum fleck, plum bug. You guys can kind of see that color difference right there. And of course, I'm gonna give you so many juicy close-ups. Now let's look at some other colors. I love these colors in the fall, like a red shad color, red worm color. I love those in the fall. But it's hard to get away from the natural colors, right? In my lake right here, the water is almost crystal clear right now besides a stain to it. So I have to go with a little bit more natural color a lot of the time. So of course a green pumpkin. In particular, this is called green pumpkin juice. So it is your typical green worm. Just green. That's the only way to describe it, is green. But it has purple glitter and almost I would say a turquoise glitter. Green, purple, and turquoise glitter. And not only is it different colors glitter, this glitter is different sizes. The purple flake in this is so tiny, but the blue and the turquoise is much larger glitter. It gives it just a different feel. And again, with that like tapered out tail, oh man. The other color that I got, again, I like these natural colors. I like them. This is called green pumpkin burst. Now, do not get it twisted. This is not the same color worm. This green pumpkin burst is much lighter of a green, a little bit more light getting through that sucker. And the glitter in this is, it's either a silver glitter or kind of gold. And there's also like a black flake to it. So it's a lighter color worm, but the flake is darker. And there's a lot less sparkle to it. These two will probably be my go-to around most structure, especially logs, docks, things like that. Whereas these purplish pinks, I'm gonna throw these out in maybe offshore, off ledges, maybe deeper docks. Maybe if I get like 8 to 10 foot docks. Oh baby, oh, now one of the funny things about this ridgeworm that I suppose you could do, you could trim this long tail as much as you want. I mean, it's probably 7 inches of flat worm right here. I imagine you could clip it at an angle and give it a sharp tail. I imagine you could lay this on a table and cut yourself a curve to it. I think you could do a lot to this worm. I think you could customize this in a lot of ways. Obviously the body's already short. The funny thing is, I've been doing this for years with the big 10-inch, is it Zoom or Yum? The big long worms, I always cut them in half in the summertime anyway, so the body is basically the only thing coming in contact with the head and the hook, or whatever, however I might be fishing it, maybe Texas rigged. The hook is usually the length of the body. So even on those big, like 6-inch body worms with 6-inch tails, I'll almost always cut the body this short anyway. I think it was a good move. Sixth Sense made a pretty good move. I'm trying to avoid the sun, I'm sorry. I think this is a pretty solid move. This is gonna be a pretty good worm. I think we're gonna see a lot of people having a lot of luck with this, that this worm is gonna catch us some stuff. Now, I said I'd talk about this shaky head a little bit. These have been out for a minute. This color is called green pumpkin juice again. So it's that same green with purple and turquoise glitter. This thing is, somehow it's super durable, but super pliable, but super squishy, but super strong. I don't know how to describe it. This sucker stretches out to about, I don't know, 17 inches, 16 inches, and it just has so many ripples to it. You have your best chance of catching your PB in the fall. Now, of course, fish are, in theory, bigger in the spring when they're full of eggs, but in the fall, man, these biggins are munching. And these big worms not only kill it, but one of the biggest things about the fall is you don't necessarily have to match the hatch. If you stand out in the water, the fish are gonna key in on you. Just like these bait fish out here in my water. Just because all these bait fish are 6-inch long bass or 4-inch long bluegill, I might throw something similar sized, but a different color, because I wanna stand out. This is gonna stand out. What in the water looks like this? I mean, there's several things that look like it, but nothing looks just like this. And I'm sure this is made to imitate certain movements, but nothing in the water is moving like this thing will move. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys to it now. The next video, I have something else we're gonna talk about. Brand new item. I have all kinds of hard baits. I got some dry bags, and I got something else I wanna talk about, but you know, we'll talk about that in the next video. Now, in the comments, let me know what you think about these designs. Do you like this ridgeworm idea? Or do you like the shaky worm? Or are you not into big worms? Just let me know down below. If you think this will be productive, tell me how you would throw it, how you would rig it. And maybe I can get out on the water tomorrow and catch something. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe and stick around for the next one.